First off, I would like to say the Mavs have took a 3-0 lead against the Timberwolves, but that doesn't take away from how good this series has been. Regardless of the record, this has been elite, prime, next level basketball. And specifically from two players, it has been phenomenal. But before I get into my spiel today, I do want to give Anthony Edwards his flowers here, because this dunk right here literally made me do a backflip. Yes, Lord. I mean, 1-2 took off. That is like pure explosion. Are you kidding me right now? That's like Vince Carter, T-Mac, Kobe Bryant mixed into one. We call that big cojones. You dig what I'm saying? Karl-Anthony Towns, though. Aside from Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards actually played solid tonight, man. He tried. He did the best he could. It's just when you facing that two-headed juggernaut. I keep trying to tell y'all, man. And like I said in the last video, okay? Y'all keep overlooking the Dallas Mavericks. Y'all think when they play the Boston Celtics, because it's 3-0, by the way. I think this series is over. You know what I'm saying? I think the Boston Celtics series is also over. Indiana and Minnesota could get game 4 respectfully, but they're not winning the series. It's over, okay? Y'all keep thinking it's going to be a cakewalk for the Boston Celtics. You are in for a treat, ladies and gentlemen. If Derek Lively is able to play and he's healthy, okay? He's a very big pivotal piece of this team. Karl-Anthony Towns, though. Let's watch this video real quick, and I'm going to show you the caption above it. Someone said when he saluted the crowd, they're like, Negro, ain't nobody saluting you back. I would like to see who's actually saluting. It might have been his family or his girl, who knows. But Karl-Anthony Towns tonight. That says NBA Centel. You not finna get me twice. Oh, time out. I'm a fact. You see? Twitter is conniving, damn it. It's a check mark, and I almost got. I didn't get Centel this time, y'all. I caught it. Anthony Towns tonight actually had 14 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists on 5 from 18 from the field. 5 from 18 from the field. 0 from 8 from 3. He actually had 0 turnovers, by the way, man. This post almost got me. And just for that, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next damn topic, okay? Nas Reed said this. If anyone can win 4 straight in this scenario, I think it's us. Well, Nas, I would hope you would think that. I wouldn't think you come into game 4 laying down. But this series is over, brother. Sayonara. Wrap it up like Christmas presents and something that keeps kids away. Now, moving forward to my favorite player. We are 1 win away from Kyrie Irving being in the NBA Finals. Let me say this again. We are 1 win away from Kyrie Irving being in the NBA Finals. I'm finna set it off in this B when he makes the finals. The scrutiny, like I keep telling y'all, the hatred that was received on his end, right? The hatred that he received from the media, from everybody, the backlash. Like I said, y'all, they try to exile this man in public in front of millions of people. Loses a shoe contract. Damn near lost his NBA contract for a minute, right? Goes to a team that loves him. Gets his own shoe brand with Anta. Has one of the best basketball selling shoes in his first year with the company. I hate to be this guy, fellas, but I'm a harp on this again. I'm like a broken record. The moment you think someone is down and out, think again. Kyrie Irving has one of the biggest fan bases in the world. One of the most biggest. He has one of the most hugest support systems in all of basketball and all of sports. The fact that he was able to go from Nike, a national, worldwide sports powerhouse, to Anta, a shoe company that I only knew for Klay Thompson. That was it. He goes over there and flips the whole company literally in a 180 in the right direction. And now they're one of the top sneaker brands in the world because of Kyrie Irving. And I'm not even saying just off of sales, off of numbers. I'm saying per hype. Every time Kyrie drops a shoe, it literally sells out in 10.5 seconds. Every time. That's marketing. That's relatability. That is absolute support from the basketball community. Kyrie Irving is basketball culture. Kyrie Irving is what kids grow up watching, wanting to emulate on the playground. The Steph Currys, the LeBron James, etc., etc. He is not treated as such. Everybody overlooks him, and everybody overlooks his talents as if he's just. I don't get it. I don't get it. There's not enough flowers being given to Kyrie Irving in this moment of his career, in this moment in his life. Everybody likes to diminish him instead of give him his respectful flowers, because it's gonna be a minute before we see a talent like this. And I keep pressing the wrong damn button. Let's watch Luka Doncic say, that's why they call him, some people, Mr. Fourth Quarter, right? He's born for the situation. He was born for clutch situations. So we just give the ball to him. This is your number one option. Your franchise player saying this about Kyrie Irving. That's instilling the most confidence in this man, Kyrie. And this is an actual source. It's not no Centel, damn it. Let's watch these highlights a little bit while Luka talks about him for 22 seconds here. Kyrie Irving today. Kyrie Irving this series, I think what Anthony Edwards said wasn't nothing crazy, but it got Kyrie going in the right direction. That was a huge shot, by the way. That was 109 to 106. He hit that shot. It was then 111 to 106 in the corner there. Kyrie Irving, man, you deserve it. You deserve the respect. You deserve all the good stuff that's said about you, man. I'm just happy I'm able to witness, this one game away from the NBA Finals. And like I said, if Kyrie Irving wins an NBA championship this year, oh, gosh. Y'all might want to tune in every day. I might drop a video every single day just to remind the haters out there. Uncle Drew got 2. After they said he was done. Yeah, we ain't forget. We have not forgot. Also, man, Luka Doncic, what more can you say about that guy right there, man? He is an extreme talent. He's an extreme talent. The crazy thing about this is everybody said this wouldn't work. I ain't forgot about that. When the trade first happened, everybody said you're gonna put another super ball dominant guard with another ball dominant guard. How's that gonna work? In order for Luka to win, you have to surround him with nothing but shooters. You surround him with one of the greatest offensive talents we've ever seen, and look what's happening. Okay, in front of our eyes, we're seeing the game of basketball change just a little bit. Everybody thinks, for LeBron to win, he had to surround him with a lot of shooters and things of that nature, but LeBron figured it out 4 times, right? I think this is the year that Luka actually figures it out. It is going to be tough to beat the Boston Celtics, though. I will say that. It's going to be a hell of a match. I think that's a 7-game series for sure right there. The NBA is going to make a ton of money that series. But the reason why I knew this would work is because Kyrie Irving doesn't mind playing off the ball, and he could play the legit shooting guard role at his position. At his size. He can play the shooting guard role. He can play the point guard role. He can play a catch and shoot role. He could pretty much do anything on the offensive end. That's why it's such a special thing with these 2 guys here. And like I said, the addition to the team that they made, this is a pretty deep roster here. This is a very deep roster. You got to remember this. Dwight Powell was once in the rotation. Think about that. And he's now the 3rd string. He comes in if Derek Lively or Gafford are injured. He was once in the rotation heavy. That shows you how deep this team is. Maxi Kleber, I think, has been out since, was it the first round, I believe? He had a dislocated AC joint. If he's able to come back, that's huge for this team. They're doing all this without Maxi Kleber, right? Pivotal person off the bench. And they're also doing this with, now technically they're going to go into game 4 possibly without Derek Lively, but they haven't even really played a heavy dose of Dante Exum, who was huge in the series prior to this. So they have a next up man mentality, or a next up mentality. Jaden Hardy next up mentality is insane. He hasn't even got major minutes in the past 2 series. Jason Kidd throws him in to the Western Conference Finals, and he is playing pretty well up to the standard of what they need him to do. He comes in the game, instant spark off the bench. Do you understand how confident you have to be and how ready you have to be for that moment to not play games and then get entered into the Western Conference Finals in major minutes and perform really well? Two things: you got to be, one, professional. Two, you got to be ready at all times. That means you got to be engaged on the bench. That means you got to be ready. You got to be ready for the schemes. You got to know the game plan. You got to know the scout. You got to know everything. And I think Jaden Hardy has responded very well in this role that Jason Kidd has given him. And also, this is huge for Jason Kidd because he's actually instilling confidence into guys, saying, you don't know when your time will be, but just know when that time is, be ready. Because anybody on this bench can get in at any given time. And I think that's huge, and I think that's very great for team morale, man. But all in all, man, hit that like button if you haven't, because I know you've been watching and you haven't hit the like button. And if you also haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Subscribe. I'm trying to give you guys as much content as possible. But the Mavs are up 3-0. It's not over. It ain't over. The Mavs also shot today. Before I get off here, I want to go ahead and definitely talk about this. The Mavs shot 31 free throws to the Minnesota Timberwolves 17. Now, people will look at that and say that's the game right there. It's sometimes hard because when you're watching stats, right? If you're a stat book watcher, then you'll see that and be like, man, you know, the refs wanted the Mavs to win. But technically, there are some bad calls on both ends of the floor, both ends of the game today. The Timberwolves actually took a lead late, up 3. Okay? Sometimes fouls can't predict a game. But when you have a lead, you also got to be able to retain that lead at all costs. Make adjustments. They made a huge adjustment today. I think they actually benched Rudy Gobert for a good portion of that fourth quarter when I was watching it. And I mean, I watched the whole game. I'm trying to remember if he was in the last minute or two. I think he might have checked in, whatever the case may be. But I think the Timberwolves actually found something with the small ball lineup that I wish they found a little earlier. That small ball lineup actually works very well against the Dallas Mavericks because they match up better. The thing with Rudy Gobert is like, bro, I honestly, I hate to be this guy, I think, no, I'm not gonna say Rudy Gobert is the worst defensive player of the year I've ever seen. I just think it's very unique how I've never seen a defensive player of the year get attacked this much. Like, if Draymond's defensive player of the year, they're not going to attack Draymond or the ISO island like that. If it's Bam Adebayo, they're not going to do that. If it's Anthony Davis, they're not going to do that every time down the floor. They're actually seeking out the defensive player of the year, like, every possession. Kyrie is getting to what he wants. I mean, Luka Doncic is getting to what he wants. Granted, those are Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic, but it's like, it's so odd to me. I've never seen NBA Defensive Player of the Year get tried on a night in, night out basis like Rudy Gobert. If there has been one, please let me know in the comments below. I'm just talking off recency, of course, but maybe I'm talking off recency bias. But it's been phenomenal how they've been searching for Rudy Gobert. But you can't not play him. He is a pivotal piece of your team, so you can't not play him. You can't sit him on the bench. He has to play. So yeah, it's interesting. But we're gonna see what happens Game 4 on Tuesday. Game 4 tomorrow for the Boston Celtics and the Pacers. Yeah, man, with the NBA Finals is a step closer. I'm excited. Appreciate you guys for watching. That's my spiel for the day. Sell on Air is off. Sayonara.